Hi guys, today's video is purely fixated on Japanese whiskey wonders and about their distilleries. We will learn about what's so different about it and how they are able to beat some best scotches in terms of quality and taste. So pick up your notepads and let's get into it. In terms of what all the Japanese whiskey has achieved worldwide, this is a very short list. Their whiskies have been recognized to be the best of the best around the globe. Starting from Yamazaki's 12-year-old winning the gold in 2003, every year Japanese whiskey is being awarded with prestigious awards. What is so different that they have risen from exotic alternative to world beating? Firstly, the Japanese were not trying to make a completely different type of whiskey when they started with it. They were trying to create a whiskey as close to a scotch, but also allowing traditions and climate nuances of Japan to influence the end product. Japanese distillers look to constantly refine and perfect, leaning towards more delicate tasting whiskies. The distilleries are a treat. It's Japanese, for crying out loud. The distilleries, the way of production, their way of work, everything. However, the most of the ingredients are imported from the Europe like barley and stills, but what I'm talking about is the magic in the hands of the Japanese that make their whiskey worth it. Another thing is that we all know that the components of a blended whiskey may involve malt whiskey from a number of distilleries, which may in fact be owned by different companies. In Japan, however, the industry is vertically integrated, meaning whiskey companies own both the distilleries and the brands of blended whiskies and do not trade with their competitors. So a blended whiskey in Japan will generally only contain malt whiskey from the distilleries owned by the same company. The Japanese whiskey doesn't have centuries of history like Scottish, but it's still worth knowing. So, Shinjiro Tori was a pharmaceutical wholesaler and founder of Kotobukiya, which later to become Suntory. He started importing Western liquor and later created a brand called Akadam Port Wines. This made him a successful merchant. But Tori wasn't satisfied with this. So he started with something which later became his legacy, making Japanese whiskey for Japanese people. Now Tori opened his first distillery in Yamazaki in 1923. Then he hired Masataka Taketsuru as a distillery executive. Taketsuru had studied the art of distilling in Scotland and brought this knowledge back to Japan. Later, when all was settled, in 1934, Taketsuru left to form his own company, Daini Ponkaju, which later becomes Nikka. And this venture, he opened Yoichi Distillery. Now we will learn about some top distilleries of Japan. Yamazaki, the first commercial whiskey distillery. Interesting to know that Tori decided to build his first distillery in this area, even after there was so much opposition from company's executive. The reason was the water. The water is known as Japan's softest water. The legendary tea master Senrikyu built his tea room here. The diversity of this region's temperature and humidity creates ideal conditions for cask aging, known as the signature Suntory maturation. Here are some of Yamazaki products listed. Mizunara oak is Mongolian wood oak. Interesting result of a research from Suntory found that Mizunara oak brings exciting tasting notes to whiskey like coconutty flavor, and most of the Japanese whiskies are aged in Mizunara oak. Yoichi Distillery is owned by Nikka. The area is covered by mountains from 3 sides and a river from one, providing appropriate humidity and crisp and clean air and water. This distillery is the only distillery in the world which uses direct coal-fired distillation. Miyagikyo Distillery was also founded by Taketsuru. He wanted to make a whiskey different from the one produced in Yoichi and went out to find this area to establish Miyagikyo Distillery. It is also owned by Nikka. Here the stills are heated by indirect steam at very low temperature that allows slower distillation, which results in soft and floral whiskies. Here are some products listed from both the distilleries. Hakushu Distillery is also owned by Suntory. It's one of the highest distilleries in the world. Because of the cold climate, distillers encourage maturation by retaining heat at the distillery. Here are some products of the Hakushu Distillery. Fuji Gotemba is located on slopes of Mount Fuji. It's one of the largest distillery in the world in terms of area. It's owned by Kirin, which is also one of the biggest producers of drinks in Japan. The products from the distillery are listed below. Chichibu is very recent distillery to open in 2004. It started its operation in 2008. It was founded by Ichiro Akuto. The Akuto family has produced sake for centuries and also opened Hanyu Distillery. Although the Hanyu Distillery got closed and all the bottles and casks were kept by Ichiro for himself and also are used in production of Chichibu whiskey. It's one of the 2 distilleries using Mizunara oak for fermentation tanks. Here are some products from the distillery. The limited releases of Chichibu are very famous, and Chichibu whiskey has won top awards in Japan and worldwide. So this is it for Japanese whiskey, trying to comprise great excellence in a small video. Experts around the world has quoted Japanese whiskies in every article they have given. Let's take a look. Now, I am no expert, but I stand by my quote. So thank you for watching. I hope you liked my video. If I mispronounced any word, I am very sorry, but I did my best to keep it right. Hopefully you would have learned good deal about the whiskies around the world, but don't stop here. There's still more to come, so stay tuned.